How to get a free and instant proof of funds letter for wholesaling cash offer from a bank. Getting a free and instant proof of funds letter for wholesaling a cash offer from a bank is a great way to ensure that your offer is taken seriously. The first step is to contact the bank and ask for a proof of funds letter. Generally, the bank will require some information from you, such as the amount of the offer, the property address, and the closing date. Once you provide this information, the bank will generate a proof of funds letter which will be sent to you immediately. This letter is a great way to demonstrate to the seller that you have the funds to back up your offer and will help you close the deal quickly and efficiently. How do I get proof of funds for wholesaling real estate? Obtaining proof of funds for wholesaling real estate is an important step in the process of completing a successful real estate transaction. There are several ways to get proof of funds, including providing a bank statement showing the available funds, providing a letter of credit from a bank, or providing a letter of guarantee from a financial institution. Additionally, investors may be able to use their own personal assets as proof of funds, such as stocks, bonds, or cash. It is important to note that the proof of funds must be current and valid, and must be sufficient enough to cover the entire transaction. Additionally, it is important to ensure that the proof of funds is from a reputable source, such as a bank or financial institution, to ensure that the transaction is secure and legitimate. Do you need proof of funds for wholesale real estate? When investing in wholesale real estate, it is important to have proof of funds. This proof is necessary to show the seller that you have the financial resources to complete the transaction. Proof of funds can come in the form of a bank statement, a letter of credit, or other financial documents that show the amount of money available to you. Having proof of funds is essential in order to negotiate with the seller and close the deal. Without proof of funds, the seller may be hesitant to work with you, as they may not trust that you have the financial resources to complete the transaction. Therefore, it is important to have proof of funds when investing in wholesale real estate. What about proof of funds letter for cash offer? A proof of funds letter is a document that verifies a person or entity's financial ability to make a cash offer on a property. This letter is typically requested by a real estate agent or seller to provide assurance that the buyer has the necessary funds to complete the transaction. The letter should include the amount of funds available, the source of the funds, and the date when the funds will be available. It should also include a statement from the buyer's financial institution that confirms the funds are available and can be used for the purchase. The proof of funds letter is an important part of the buying process, as it provides assurance to the seller that the buyer is able to complete the transaction. How do I get proof of funds for wholesaling real estate? When it comes to wholesaling real estate, having proof of funds is essential. Proof of funds is a document that shows you have the financial resources to complete a real estate transaction. To get proof of funds, you can provide a bank statement, a letter of credit, or a letter from an investor. A bank statement should include your name, account number, and the amount of funds available. A letter of credit is a document from a bank that guarantees a certain amount of funds for a transaction. A letter from an investor is a document from a third party that confirms they have the funds available to complete a real estate transaction. All of these documents can be used as proof of funds when wholesaling real estate. Do you need proof of funds for wholesale real estate? When it comes to wholesale real estate, proof of funds is often required. This proof is necessary to show that the investor has the financial resources to purchase a property. Proof of funds can come in the form of bank statements, a letter from a financial institution, or other financial documents. It is important to provide accurate and up-to-date proof of funds in order to ensure that the investor is capable of completing the purchase. Additionally, proof of funds is often necessary in order to secure financing for the purchase. Without proof of funds, it can be difficult to secure financing and complete the purchase of a wholesale real estate property. How do I get a proof of funds statement? Getting a proof of funds statement is a relatively simple process. The first step is to contact your bank and ask for a current statement of your account balance. This statement should include your current balance, as well as any recent transactions. Once you have this statement, You can use it as proof of funds. You may also need to provide additional documentation, such as a bank statement or other financial documents, to prove that you have the funds available to cover any purchases or transactions. Additionally, you may need to provide proof of identity to ensure that you are the rightful owner of the account. With the proper documentation, you can easily obtain a proof of funds statement. What is proof of funds wholesale? Proof of funds wholesale is a type of financing used by businesses to purchase large amounts of inventory. It is a form of secured financing that allows businesses to purchase inventory without having to pay for it upfront. The lender provides a loan to the business, which is secured by the inventory purchased. The lender then holds the inventory as collateral until the loan is repaid. This form of financing is often used by businesses that need to purchase large amounts of inventory quickly, such as retailers and wholesalers. It allows businesses to purchase inventory without having to wait for their own funds to become available, allowing them to take advantage of opportunities when they arise.